Good morning. Our weather forecast for today, January the 9th, 2019. We've got a mostly beautiful day on tap. We've got a high of 76 degrees, a low of 61. That relative humidity is at 69%, and we have a 10% chance of precipitation with winds out of the north around 12 miles an hour. Some gusts up to 15 miles an hour. Tonight, we have a low of 61 degrees, still maintaining that 10% chance of precipitation. Winds pick up to 15 miles an hour, and the relative humidity stays steady at 68%. Some early clouds will give way to generally clear conditions overnight, so another beautiful day. We've got a little bit of a dip in high temperatures tomorrow, so it's our cold front coming through. But other than that, let's talk about some fishing conditions. And now, just to let you know, in case you haven't been out, the Mahi are still around. We've seen some really good Mahi catches this weekend. The kingfish are in on the reef, decimating the yellowtail, so not a great day to go yellowtailing. But if you're looking for kingfish, you'll be able to find them, and Mahi are still around. So just a couple of things to consider as you go out. And we've also seen lots of shark activity, so they're coming in to feed on all of the fish that are out there on the reef. So our atmospheric pressure today is dropping from 30.12 to 30.03. We've got gorgeous sunshine, a few clouds in the afternoon, but still, man, it's going to be a gorgeous winter day here in the Florida Keys. Our UV index is coming in at a 7, which is in the high range, and you want to make sure you're taking precautions if you are out. Between the sun and lack of clouds and also the wind, you're going to find, especially if you're not from here, it's going to sneak up on you. So please make sure you take precautions in the sunshine. Our water temperature around the lower Keys is holding steady around 74 degrees. It's a little bit chilly. You get used to it once you get in, but there are some people that are resorting to wetsuits around. Swells offshore begin around 2 feet during the day, and then as that wind kicks up in the evening, they will get up to about 4 feet in height. Sunrise today is at 7:13 a.m., and sunset will be at 5:56 p.m. If we take a glance at our tide chart today, our first low tide is at 5:52 a.m. The next low tide is at 5:10 p.m. Our first high tide is going to occur at 12:17 p.m. and the next high tide will be at 11:43 p.m. Overall, we're going to have 10 hours and 43 minutes of gorgeous, gorgeous sunshine. Our solar transit is going to take place at 12:34 p.m. Our tidal coefficient for today is really low. Well, I should say it's really average. For us, it's low. It's a 66. So that basically means we're going to start with low tides bottoming out right at sea level, and then our high tide is going to get about 1.5 feet above sea level. So not a huge difference there. If we're looking at our solunar activity for today, we've had a few good days of fishing activity based on the solunar charts and the catches that we've been seeing happen around. But our high activity periods are going to come in at 2 fish activity today from 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. and from 3:26 p.m. to 5:26 p.m. The average activity for the minor periods drops down to a 1 fish, and that's going to be from 9:43 a.m. to 10:43 a.m. and 9:09 p.m. to 10:09 p.m. Overall, if we have to give the day a rating, it's going to get 1 fish on the fish scale. Let's look at the Gulf Stream. We've had some high wind days over the past few days, but the Gulf Stream, especially in the lower Keys, has shifted a little further offshore. As you're in the upper Keys, it's a little closer to shore. We've got 1 to 2 foot swells out in the Gulf Stream, and our winds are running about 5 to 10 knots out there. So it's not terrible, not a terrible day. Seeing a lot of weed lines and a lot of good action out there, and the Mahi are still around. And we're also seeing some good catches in closer to the reef, because a lot of the fish have come in for the winter for some of those bait fish, and they want what you're catching as well. So you're going to be competing with lots of people out there for your catches today. Like I say, we've got a little cooler temperatures coming in tomorrow, so if you go out tomorrow, you'll need a little bit more layers and a little bit more protection from the chill, but there is nothing like this gorgeous weather we are seeing. Winter in the Florida Keys is one of the most beautiful times of year. So no matter where you are, look, you woke up on an island, you're not scraping frost off your windshield, you don't have to have a fire in the fireplace, but it's perfect at night if you want to have a fire in the fire pit. It's perfect for that kind of stuff. You know what? Overall, the only thing we can say, it is the perfect day for you to have the perfect day. This weather report is brought to you by 43 Keys Media. You can find out more about what's going on in our beautiful Florida Keys by visiting 43keys.com. You can get this show as well as others as an Alexa flash briefing as well as a YouTube video. So please make sure you check out all of our destinations and come visit us in the Florida Keys. And until then, visit 43keys.com.